show. NFR, feel the heat, fast and fierce, never beat. Engines roar, can't stay off seat. Catch the thrill, it's so sweet. NFR, NFR, drama high, stars afar, round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin. NFR, lights are green, zooming fast, slick machine. Every twist, every scene, catch the action on your screen. NFR, NFR, drama high, stars afar, round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory's close, who will win? In our heads, the engine's din. NFR, let's begin.
Well, Liam Lawson rolled into Red Bull's gate. Kiwi kid with dreams so great. 2 races in, he hit the wall. Max Verstappen wrecked him, y'all. He thought he'd shine, but oh sweet son, Max chewed him up like a 2-day run. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Daddy Rick tried with his big old grin. Max spun him out, said I always win. Gasly and Albon, they took their turn. Crashed and burned, oh how they yearned. Perez hung on till his tires were flat. Now William's gone, imagine that. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Red Bull barn's a lowly place. If you ain't Max, you're out of the race. Liam packed his boots, said I'm done, I reckon. Max just smirked, next victim's beckoning. The pit crew sang, he's too dang fast. Every teammate's a thing of the past. Now Lawson's back with the junior squad, singing why'd I think I'd beat that god. Max's shadow looms so tall and wide. Another teammate's pride just died. From Daniel Pierre, I was Checo too. Liam learned what we all knew. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. So here's to Liam with a beer and a side. 2 races down and a wide-eyed try. Max keeps winning that Dutch tornado. Red Bull's second seat, a big oh no-no.
He came from Stephen, magic kid with a dream. Karting in the rain, built a winning machine. McLaren's golden boy, 2008 crown. Took on Alonso, never backed down. Mercedes called, he answered with flair. 6 more titles, records everywhere. From Monaco streets to Silverstone's roar. Lewis the King kept asking for more. 7 world champs tied with the greats. Fashion on point, he's owning mistakes. A night on the grid, Sir Lewis would shine. The goat of the track, victory was his line. Oh Lewis, you soared, you won the fight. Race through the storm, a beacon of light. Every lap, every win, you carved your name. The world bowed down to Sir Lewis's fame. Then came Ferrari, red dreams in his sight. Left Mercedes behind, chasing Scarlet Delight. Maranello cheered, he's our savior, our man. But Spa's wet track had a different plan. I'm useless, he cried, last Saturday's scene. P18 in quality breaks the champion sheen. Ferrari's upgrades, more like a curse. Charles outpaces him, oh, that's gotta hurt worse. That's your red car, but the podium's far. Lewis, what happened to your superstar? Monza's falling, but the Tifosi side. Mate, you're struggling and wondering why. Oh, Lewis, what's this? You're losing the plot. Ferrari's red rocket ain't hitting the spot. I'm useless, you said with a shake of your head. Sir Lewis, so mate, is your legacy dead? Slipping away. Oh, Ferrari's gone astray. He's still got the style, the braids and the drip, but the SF25's giving him the slip. Charles takes the lead, he's the Tifosi's pick. Lewis, you spinning, mate, it's getting thick. Hungary's walls, Imo's tough fight. Your radio's moaning, this car ain't right. Zach Brown's laughing, McLaren's on top. Lewis, your Ferrari dream's starting to flop. Oh, Lewis, what's this? You're losing the plot. Ferrari's red rocket ain't hitting the spot. I'm useless, you said, with the shake of your head. Sir Lewis, so mate, is your legacy dead? Slipping away. Oh, Ferrari's gone astray. You're still a legend, Lewis, don't you frown. 7 crowns high, you'll never come down. But Ferrari's red curse, it's a comical scene. Pick up the pace, mate, reignite the dream. Slipping away. Oh, Lewis will rise someday.
Young Charles Leclerc from Monaco's bright shore, carded at 8, dreaming of something more. GP3 F2, he tore up every track. By 18, Sauber called, and he ain't looking back. He out and ran old Ericsson, made that Alpha sing. Ferrari saw a star, gave him red in the spring. But in 19, his boots slipped, crashed in Baku's tight bend, and his championship dreams, they're riding with the wind. Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. Bahrain 19, you grabbed pole, nearly won the prize, but your engine sputtered, left tears in your eyes. Spa and Monza, you shone, took the checkered flag, but Azerbaijan's walls, you hit them like a stag. Monaco 21, you claimed pole but broke down. Didn't start, left the Tifosi with a frown. And Abu Dhabi 22, you fumbled the crown's chase, spun in France, and Ferrari through the race. So Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. 24 was your year, won Monaco at last. Monza and Austin too, you were riding fast. But 25's a tumbleweed, Ferrari's lost its spark. 6th in the standings, you're racing in the dark. China, DQ, your car was light as hay. Miami, you spun out, aquaplaned away. Spain, you nabbed 3rd, but McLaren's far ahead. Fans holla, Fred, fix this while you're crying in bed. Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. 26th pole, son, but strategy's a curse. Silverstone they left you in reverse. Monaco 24, wrong tires made the crowd wail. Your title's like a ghost, riding some lonesome trail. Did it roll down a canyon in a Tennessee stream, or get pawned in Vegas for a slot machine dream? Is it hiding in a haystack in a Texas barn, or lost in Monaco's harbor, tangled up in yarn? Maybe it's in Nashville strumming on your guitar, or crashed in a ditch with your busted up car. Could it be in the Ozarks with moonshine and a mule, or just another hope that Ferrari made a fool? Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. Here's to Charles Leclerc with 8 wins to his name, 46 podiums, but no titles to claim. With Hamilton in red, your star's starting to fade. Lord Percival's trophy, just a country serenade.
Under neon lights and engine screams, she's the guardian of our speed-filled dreams. With skull and flight and alien on the chase, she's the calm in the storm, our guiding grace. Andre by her side, loyal and strong, their love's been racing all along. But it's the brotherhood she holds so near, with every lap she makes it clear. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen, in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Trophies shine, but not like her pride, watching Skull and Andre glide. She's there in silence, she's there in roar, in every circuit, every lore. From midnight spins to dawn's first light, she's always there holding us tight. No crash too deep, no curve too wide, with her in spirit, we rise, we ride. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen, in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. She ain't just a fan, she's a legacy born, through every F1 storm we wore. Holding the line, fierce and unseen, forever our monarch, our Death Queen. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen, in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Yeah, oh, Death Queen, you are the queen of our sim racing team.
Bajo luces de neón y gritos de motores, ella es la guardiana, sueños de velocidad. Con school y vuelo alienígena en la casa, es la calma en la tormenta, nuestra guía sin igual. Andrea a su lado, leal y fuerte, su amor ha corrido desde siempre. Pero la hermandad guarda en su pecho, con cada risa su amor es derecho. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Será tímida, pero no es orgullo. Mira su school y anda en el del tumulto. Mira el silencio, ruge en la pista, en cada circuito, en cada conquista. Giros de medianoche al alba primera, ella está ahí sosteniendo la bandera. Ningún choque profundo, ninguna curva ancla, con su espíritu subimos la cima. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Solo una fan, nacida de un legado, en tormentas de F1 su calor nos ha guiado. Feroz e invisible, manteniendo la línea, por siempre monarca, nuestra Death Queen divina. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Sí, oh, Death Queen, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación.
In the quiet lanes of Silverstone town, folks are whispering about a boy falling down. Got a seat from his daddy, money's the king. Driving that Williams ain't like riding free. Tires spin, engines roar, but the podium's far. His wheels hit the gravel, now there's damage to the car. Got the world at his feet, yet he fumbles the lead. His dreams race away, but he's not in the speed. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name that can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Now he's got his own team with a famous name. Aston Martin's the brand, but it's still the same shame. Every corner, every turn, the crashes unfold. Dreams wrapped in carbon fiber, truth left untold. Paddock folks shake their heads with a sigh as the green car spins and the hopes run dry. No matter the funds, it's a harsh game of pain. $1 million toys can't shelter the rain. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name but can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Daddy's money, daddy's ride, crashing dreams, nowhere to hide. Bought him a name but can't buy a skill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill. Lance keeps trying, but the track's all uphill.
Well, gather round, folks.
let me spin you a tale about a race car driver, George Russell by name. He's quick on the track, but don't get too excited, cause when it comes to greatness, well, he's not quite knighted. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fake. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. He's got the helmet, he's got the car, but when it comes to win, he's not quite up to par. He's got the look like Woody with a cowboy hat, but when he's in the pit, you'll see him shed a tear stack. Now don't get me wrong, he's got some skill, but when you're talking about the best, he's not in that middle. He'll race you hard, give you quite the fright, but in the end, he's more known for his tears at night. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run.
Daniil came roaring, a Russian with a spark. Toro Rosso's fire lit up the track in the dark. Promised Red Bull's big seat, he flew in 2015. But Sochi's crash sent him down, Max stole the dream. Back to Toro he went with the "we'll call you lie." Twice they cut him loose, left him high and dry. Helmut's cold handshake, Christian sideways grin. Daniil kept fighting, but the deck was stacked to win. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but then lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. Pierre was the next kid with a smile bright as day. Toro Rosso star Bahrain's foreshowed the way. Red Bull called him up, said son you're the one. But Max's shadow crushed him, 12 races he was done. Sent back to Toro, told he'd get another shot, but the phone stayed silent, left Pierre in a knot. Jamie and Sebastian, they felt that same old sting. Promised Toro saddle, but Red Bull clipped their wings. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but then lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to 12. Brendan waited 9 years for a shot to shine, but Toro chewed him up, spit him out by design. Liam got 2 races, thought he'd earned his place. Red Bull said, back to Bulls, you're losing this race. Carlos got a loan, I never saw Red Bull again. Now he's winning elsewhere, leaving Helmut in pain. They dangle that seat like a carrot on a string, but when you reach for glory, you're left with nothing but sting. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR, welcome back to SAFRL for what is the penultimate round of Season 12. Of course, tonight, Round 11. One more to go after this. I think we're all very familiar with this circuit by now. In the past 4 weeks, I've driven this circuit in reverse. I've driven it the right way around, commentated on it in reverse. And this is the second time I'm commentating on it the right way around. So, I think it's Zandvoort 5 times in 5 weeks. I'll be glad to see Monza next week. As for drivers, they should be well rehearsed in this circuit by now. Get some stats up on your screen so you have a better idea of what's going on. Everybody does have a set of softs fitted to the cars. Nobody doing any sandbagging early on. Something you can do is you can have a look. Obviously, everybody on the soft compound that you see there with the red tires, next to it they all say 0 laps. As the session goes on, you'll be able to see who's doing multiple laps on a set of tires, who's just doing that one absolutely quick run and then back into the pits. Different drivers, different approaches to qualifying, and somehow at the end they all come up with a time so close. Put up a poll earlier on before the stream started. If you haven't voted in the poll, if you're watching, go vote in the poll. It's a silly poll, but why not? Who's going to win the Monza GP this weekend? Your options are Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri. Will Charles Leclerc get his 3rd victory at Monza? Or why not? Will Stroll stun the world? Remember, Lance Stroll was the original Ferrari Academy driver. That's right, he wasn't the first group of Ferrari Academy drivers or one of the early Ferrari Academy drivers. He was the first Ferrari Academy driver. Of course, his father, the largest Ferrari collector in all of North America. With Queen watching the stream and working in the background, that's some multitasking. I'll give you a star for multitasking when you're working, watching the stream, and in the lobby at the same time. Of course, Death Queen not making an appearance on the circuit tonight. She did make an appearance on Sunday. And what an appearance it was. Debut sprint race. Placed P7 for 2 points. And then picked up a podium in the feature race. As far as I understand, she'll be making a return to the circuit next week at Monza. First few laps have started coming in. Best so far is a 109.9, followed by a 10.0, followed by another 10.0. So the top 3 cars are split by just a 10th of a second. Look at that, even more. 109.9 beats a 109.9. So now we've got a pair of 109.9s and a pair of 110.0s. Just a 10th of a second covering 4 cars, nothing in it. Then Maori All Black with a 110.1, 110.2 for Andre. Skull and J-Boy close together at 110.4, 110.6 for the pair of Ferraris. The Ferraris will not want to emulate the events of Sunday afternoon. No double retirement for the Scuderia tonight, hopefully. One of those 2 Scuderia drivers is Skull. race winner of round, was it round 4? I think it was round 4. If I remember correctly, retiree in the first 3 rounds, and then came back with such a strong performance in round 4, went on to win the race. And if it were not for lots and lots of bad luck, a lot of that bad luck due to technical issues, Skull could have had a very different looking season 12. But of course, in a few weeks from now, everything will be wiped clean and everybody's going to start all over. Season 13. It's already being planned. And it'll be coming shortly. Still have one driver yet to set a lap time. That is Warlock. I think this is his first run. No laps on those tires. Of course, it is one of the more classic race circuits, one of the more traditional race circuits. A lot of gravel about the circuit. Not a lot of tar runoff areas like you would expect from one of the newer circuits on the calendar. Go off circuit, you're going to get some gravel, you're going to get some grass, you're going to dirty those tires. And if you do it at the wrong part of the race circuit, well, there's going to be a wall right there to reward you. Good evening to those of you in the comment section, to those of you watching, and of course to the rest of you who watch this after the live stream. We get about 2/3 of our views after the live stream. That's a lot of the drivers, maybe after the race, maybe at work tomorrow when they're supposed to be working, having a bit of a recap. So, what I mentioned earlier with the tires, you can see who's doing multiple laps on a set of tires, who's just doing those 1-lap runs. You see Andre and Skull both applying that strategy of multiple laps on a set of tires. I think Skull has just come into the pits. Lam Royale on an outlap, 109.6, quickest driver we've seen so far. Then Spike, 109.7. Started with just the one driver in the 109s, and now we're getting deeper and deeper into the 109s, into the mid 109s, 109.6, 109.7, 109.8. And we've got 4 drivers in the 109. If I'm getting that right, I think that's 4 drivers split by 0.07 of a second. That's what's so incredible about F1, whether it's in real life or whether it's in the game. Remember, a lot of these drivers, they'll be using different inputs. They'll be using completely different wheels. Maybe some of them will be on a controller. And for the most part, a lot of these drivers are going to have very different looking setups. And after all of that, different approaches to practice, different setups. Look how close those laps are. That is the competitiveness we see on a Tuesday night. The 17 cars in the race, hopefully we'll still get 1 or 2 squeezing in before the race. Lam Royale still the quickest, 109.6. Martin's got an awfully close. Virus was in P2 with a 109.7, but Martin's gone quicker, 109.6 of his own. 3.5 hundredths off the pole time. 3.5 hundredths separate the front row. And then 14 hundredths separate the second row. Absolutely insane times. Now Lam Royale goes even quicker. Was a 109.5, now he goes 109.3, moves the goalpost. Martin got really, really close. But maybe I just need to go out there again, find half a tenth, still take pole. Now all of a sudden that half a tenth, I have to find 3/10. 8 minutes remaining. This is the believe this is the shortest timed lap besides Monaco. I think I got that right. Not in distance, in time. Boinkies and Sugar Bear not driving tonight. That explains 2 of the missing drivers. I think just before the race, I also saw Robin pulling out of the race. We're looking at the Haas of Gunner. They're getting way out of the way. There we go. I think they had a few faster cars. So important, especially at a circuit like Zandvoort. It's a real roller coaster. One corner leads into the other. You want to make sure you don't end up impeding anybody on their qualifying lap, because, well, you don't want that to come back your way. Of course, while the slower drivers should make sure not to impede, I also think drivers on a quick lap just take note of where they are on track, and not necessarily drive into traffic if they can already see it's there. Lam Royale still the quickest car, followed by Martin and Virus. We're following the next best. That's the driver in P4, Spikes. 109.7, looking for an improvement, and he's found an improvement at least in Sector 2. It's gone purple in Sector 2, lights up the track. Now keep your eyes on the rest of this lap. Is he able to hold the rest of the lap together, put it all together when it counts? Got a 109.7, he's looking for something better than a 109.3. It's a 109.4, that's good enough for P2. Good enough for the front row, and he might still have another run in him. Got the pair of Mercedes sitting nicely on the second row, 3 and 4, Martin and Mauri All Black. Both of those drivers very, very close together, 109.6 and a 109.7 between the two teammates. Actually just half a 10. One of the two RBs. First RB making some headlines last week. Isak Hajar getting his first podium. And in fact, he becomes the Red Bull overall Red Bull driver with the least amount of races before his first podium. If I'm not mistaken, I think Isak Hajar has taken 14 races to get to his first podium. Max Verstappen took 22 races to get to his first podium. So he's broken a Red Bull record already. Riding with Pantry Star, one of the two Williams, as he goes over the line, looking for an improvement, and he finds one. Slots in just behind his teammate, literally just behind his teammate. These times are insane. I've said it, I feel like I've said it one too many times today, but I just can't keep. Look at that. Front row, 109.3, 109.4. Second row, 109.6, 109.7. Third row, 109.7, 109.7. Fourth row, 109.7, 109.8. It's absolutely insane. Welcome to Jan in the comment section saying Spikes should take the win tonight. Spikes, the man currently in B2 with a 109.4, needs to find a little bit of an improvement if he's going to take pole position. But having said that, Lam Royale is out there looking for an improvement of his own. Heading out of the way. As he starts to wind up what will be his final run, his final attempt in this session. He's done fantastic up until now, 109.3. But he's looking if he can push that goalpost even further. With the likes of Spikes, Lebby, even Martin, Maori, Virus, Pantry Star, Gunner, all of those cars. All awfully close and all within half a second. Welcome as well to Anita. Welcome to SAFRL on a Tuesday night. 2 minutes to go in qualifying. Big caution in sector 1. That'll just be someone getting out of the way. Have a look at Lam Royale. Not appears to be going very quickly, so I think he's abandoned that lap. 109.5. Levy, the driver in P3. The Mercedes with 3 and 4 not so long ago, now down in 4 and 6, and they're only separated by a tenth of a second. Harsh reality is 1.2 seconds. 1.2? No, it's 1.4. 1.4 seconds off the pace puts you last. One of the two Mercedes-Benz Martin, 109.6. Another one of those drivers that pole position is not far away. This is Lam Royale. We expected him to do it on the last lap, but when we joined him, he had seemed to back out of that lap. Having another go, gets a little bit... uses too much race circuit there on the inside. We saw a spot of grass on that right-hand tyre. Never ideal. Just the gravel there on the inside. Lam Royale. Or sometimes the driving looks really jittery, but it's really just internet connections playing tricks on you. We'll find out as he goes over the line. Lam Royale, does he find an improvement? 7 seconds to go. He does find an improvement. Finds a 10th for 109.2. Tells everyone, go get that. Spikes over the line. Does he find an improvement? 109.4 it remains. Where is Virus? 109.5. Also a driver that is within touching distance of pole position. Visor, welcome to the chat. Well. Look who's lost. And joining the chat. No surprise. Welcome, Visor. Lam Royale, that 109.2 is not going to be beat because everybody has crossed that checkered flag. In fact, everybody's waiting for Lam Royale. W Chat, W Queen, WNFR, WSAFRL. And Visor, where were you on Sunday? Death Queen was on the race circuit. So there are your qualifying results. Lam Royale P1, then Spikes P2, Maori All Black P3, then we got Levy in P4, Virus P5, Pantry Star 6, Martin the Brain 7, Osman P8, Skull P9, and Gunner makes up the top 10. P11 we got J-Boy, P12 Andre, then Warlock 13, Keycracker 14, Top Gun 15, Wezo 16, and Harsh Cartoon, Visor's favorite, makes up the rear of the field. Harsh Cartoon has some harsh supporters. Of course, now we're looking at the empty pit lane, the abandoned pit lane, all of the action happening on that main straight that we are not looking at. Everybody preparing for the start of the race, taking their first gambles. What tire are they going to start on? When do they intend to pit? Do they anticipate any crazy action at the start of the race? Of course, drivers can start on the soft in anticipation of an early safety car to get rid of those softs. Some drivers will start on the hard and go as deep into the race as they can. But then if you get that early safety car, you sort of have to stay out and hold on to track position because your tires haven't done their job. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. There is a lot of grey weather about. We saw that on Sunday, but everything cleared up and went blue skies before the end of the race. And nobody seems to be talking about rain in the comment section. So we will have to wait and see. Of course, we don't get any weather data in spectator mode, so we don't know what is coming in terms of weather. Drivers also don't know exactly, but they do have an idea if rain is on the way. Here we go, we'll get the dual green lights. Going to allow everybody one last look at the circuit. Drivers will get to feel the circuit with a full tank of fuel. One last time before turn one. Turn one that can make or break your race. Going through that field again, Lam Royale P1 will be followed by the McLaren of Spikes. Then Maori All Black P3, Levy P4, then the pair of Williams, Virus and Pantry Star 5 and 6. Martin P7, Osmond P8, Skull will be going to P9. And then Gunner picking up that top 10. J-Boy, Andre, Warlock, E-Cracker, Top Gun, Wezo, Harsh Cartoon. Those are the 7 drivers outside the top 10. They'll all be looking for good starts. We know this circuit can be quite the roller coaster. And on those opening laps, these twisty bits, I've seen a lot of drivers run into trouble and most of the time run into each other. Want to keep it clean in those opening laps. You also don't want to be too asleep on those opening laps. Not so long ago we did this circuit in reverse, and I think approaching turn one, a lot of the drivers weren't so confident as to where to turn in. This layout will be far more familiar to everybody. Late message coming in to all the drivers. Good luck to all the SAFRL drivers. There go the 5 red lights, and there were the 5 red lights. We're on our way. Lam Royale versus Spikes into turn 1, and it looks like the McLaren's got the jump on the Red Bull. Very nicely done into turn 1. Maori All Black in P3. He's maintained that position. Levy P4, then the pair of Williams. Levy fighting with Virus for that P4 in the early stages. Martin makes up a position up into P7. No, he doesn't. Gunner takes it back. Then we've got Skulls still in P9. Osmond P10. J-Boy 11. Warlock 12. Andre's gone down a position to 13. Harsh Cartoon, good start. Started in P17. He's up to P14. You got Keycracker 15, Wezo 16, and Top Gun makes up the field. There's a little bit more information for all of you at home. Now you can see which car is on what tyre. Seems like the medium is the most preferred option. Then we have a few drivers. I think that's 5 drivers on the hard compound and 3 drivers going on the soft compound. Virus in P5. He's the highest positioning soft tyre. And then his teammate in P6 just behind him. He's the highest position hard tyre. Those 2 Williams drivers very close in position. Identical looking cars, but on very, very different strategies. Death Queen putting Visor on the spot. Visor, spill the beans. Have you finally shaved your head? I don't think he'll shave his head. The only time Visor will spill the beans is, well, he takes boinkies out of a race. I actually think that's a term we can use on this channel. If somebody takes boinkies out of the race, it'll be termed as spilling the bean. Race stewards have reviewed the penalty and decided it's spilling the beans, nothing more. I can say that because Boinkies isn't here tonight. Not on track, not in the comment section. Where is he? No idea. Spikes leads the way from Lam Royale. Maori All Black in P3. Then you got Virus P4. Gunner still P5. Second Williams of Pantry Star. Then Martin in P7. But the 2 Ferraris. Skull still holding on to P8. That's where he started. J-Boy, he's made up a few positions. Started P11. Now up into P9. Got Osmond P10 and Harsh Cartoon. Well, that could explain the start. On a set of soft tyres. Going to have all the grip in the world. He's going to be one of the first drivers to lose all of that grip. Harsh Cartoon up into P11. Spikes leads the way. Goes started in P2. Red Bull started just ahead of him in P1, but he was able to get ahead of the Red Bull before turn 1. He's led the race ever since. Lap 4 of 36. Last time we did this, we got to lap 10 before we saw our first safety car. I think at this stage, the drivers are so well rehearsed in this circuit. I think we should see a lot less incidents and a lot less penalties, or at least I hope so. Looking up at the sky, you can see a lot of blue, see a lot of grey at the beginning of the race. That seems to be clearing up, as it did on Sunday. We're at Zandvoort on Sunday, we're at Zandvoort tonight, and we haven't had any rain. We had rain in one of those one-shot qualies on Sunday night, but that was it. It was isolated to just that one lap of the evening. We're looking at Osman, one of the 2 Red Bulls. Last car there in the points. Then we've got Harsh Cartoon, P11, fantastic start. I keep on mentioning it because it really was a fantastic start. P17 to P11 in just 5 laps. I wonder now if that advantage he was getting from the tyre might just start to be losing its edge. Of course, we did see on Sunday that these tyres can go an incredibly long way. But don't expect too much degradation. If we don't get any safety cars, I expect most of this field may be looking at a one-stop. Spikes continues at the front. 1.9 seconds is the gap. He has broken DRS quite some time ago. Glam Royale wants to get past Spikes. He's going to need DRS to do it. He does not have that at his disposal. Glam Royale in a bit of a race of his own at the moment. 2 seconds to the car ahead, 2 seconds to the car behind. Virus in P3, a much less comfortable P3. He's got Maori All Black all over the back of him. He's half a second behind, well within DRS. You've got Gunner, and probably the first DRS train we see on the circuit. It's for P5, Gunner versus Panther Star versus Skull versus Martin versus J-Boy versus Osman. From P5 to P10. Had a spin, have we? We've had a spin. We've got a caution in sector 2. Quickly look towards the circuit. I think that's been cleared up. I think that was Andre. I think that may have been Andre at the rear of the field. Still appears to have his front wing intact. As we've seen many times before in this league and in SKR. Just because you're at the back of the field does not mean you're going to be there at the end of the race. Got to keep on pushing. And if a safety car or weather or anything crazy happens, got to be ready to take the advantage if it presents itself. A lot of the guys, when they do fall to the back of the field, a lot of the motivation gets drained. They're not driving as quick as they can. They start driving within themselves. Start driving in anger. A lot of times opportunities do arise. You're a little bit too far behind to make use of them. Maori All Black in P3, and he's coming up on the back of Virus. Look at that, just half a second. Spikes very comfortable out front, 4.6 seconds. Where is the Red Bull? The Red Bull all the way down in P10. We've missed that. Lam Royale down in P10. I thought he might have made a very early pit stop, but he has not. He's on a 7-lap old set of mediums. And the driver that looked like Spike's main rival tonight has just found himself in a spot of bother. Of course, we didn't see what happened to Lam Royale. We were focusing on a DRS train. We didn't even notice that Red Bull fall down to P10. Luckily, it is still early days and he can try and make up some of those positions. As for Spikes, well, he already had a huge lead with his quickest rival falling back through the field. Well, this gap now commanding 5.2 seconds on the slower compound available. Man in P2, as I said, of soft tyres. Instead of soft tyres he started the race on, and I wonder if those soft tyres are now starting to feel it a little bit. See a lock up there on your screens, but that is a game issue, so lots of times when you do see smoke, it's not really a lock-up. Spikes leads the way, Virus in P2, then Maori All Black in P3, Gunner P4, Panther Star P5, and look at Skull, he's made up some progress in this race. Started in P8, he's up into P6, still on the set of hard tyres he started the race on. All about consistency. Getting that car to the end. Sometimes relying on a little bit of misfortune for the ones around you. At Martin in P7. That is Skull, the driver who's made up 2 positions in this race, up into P6 and chasing P5 and 4. You can see them just up the road from him. That's Virus. Chasing Maori All Black. Actually lost P2. He was in P2. Maori All Blacks got past him. Those soft tyres may be starting to lose their shine. All the while Maori All Black and Virus fought over P2, it allowed Spikes just get some more clean laps in. All the while these guys battle wheel to wheel. It's just got clean racetrack. It's having a private practice session. 7.4 seconds is the gap. Almost looked like he was trying to sell him a dummy there. Mercedes looked like he was going towards the pit entry and then back onto the straight. Maybe I'm just making that up. Or maybe there's a few mind games happening inside the cockpit of the Mercedes. I'm probably just making it up. J-Boy, one of the 2 Ferraris. The one Ferrari started in the top 10. J-Boy did not. He is now in the top 10, so he's made a bit of progress. Gosh, Cartoon, so much progress at the start of the race. Went from P17 to P11 in just 5 laps, I think it was. It's now started to slip. I think those soft tyres have passed their best days. Might not necessarily be off just yet, but they're definitely past their peak. And pretty much all the drivers that started on soft tyres have now made a pit stop. Virus still on a set of softs that he 11 laps old. Still able to stay with Maori ahead of him on a set of mediums. While he's able to stay behind that Mercedes. The Mercedes, who at this point in the race should have the superior tyre, is able to just stay within DRS for a few laps. Then that Mercedes will be towing around that Williams. And all the advantage, the half a second he's gaining on the mediums, it's all going to get neutralised by DRS. I believe DRS around this circuit is worth 9/10 of a second. Gunner in P4. If he looks in his mirrors, he'll quickly want to look away from his mirrors. Got a DRS train behind him. Gunner leads from Pantry Star, Skull and Martin. And as I say that, Gunner had enough leading that pack. Comes into the pits. Virus has also come into the pits. Was the driver in P3. Took the soft as hard as he could. And we've got a yellow in sector 1. I thought it might be something else, but that's been cleared up quickly. Spikes leads the way. Maori in P2. Two drivers both started on the medium compound. They still have quite a way to go on that compound. Softs have just recently pitted. And of course there's a few drivers here on something completely different. Pantry Star started on hards. Skull started on hards. Martin De Brain started on hards. All 12 laps old. two leaders and a set of mediums. Pantry Star, was it Pantry Star? No, it was Maori All Black came into the pits. Skull up into P2. Those drivers now that started on the hard tyre starting to get to the top of the field because they have not made their pit stops yet. This next part of the race is crucial. When you come out of the pits, you want to be doing your very best laps. Utilizing all of that new grip on offer. Thing it looks like Spikes has a jet engine. Does look like he has a little something different in that chrome livery McLaren. Have a look at the second McLaren. Is it also the chrome livery? I think it is. Good time for a helicopter shot when I'm looking for a detail on a car. And I do want the helicopter shot. It never pops up. And now it's just staying on helicopter just to annoy me. There we go. There's the McLaren. Also chrome livery. Of course, we've seen examples of the McLaren running two different liveries in the same race. Not tonight. Those drivers have the chrome livery on the car. Skull getting very, very close to Martin. Remember, this is now a battle for the lead. These three cars all have something in common. They all started on the hard tyre. They are all yet to pit. These are crucial stages in the race. And all the while Spikes is making a return, he's racing in clean air, he's got fresh tyres, he's throwing everything at the race circuit. These guys are racing him. But they're racing each other, which means they're losing critical time. You're never going as fast as you can go when you're racing someone. And now Skull, does he get to the front? He should have the inside line, and yes he does. Gets there before turn 1. Skull becomes the leader of the Dutch GP. An ultimate round here in SAFRL, winner of round 4. Leader in round 11, but yet to pit. And the quickest driver on the race circuit. Well, he's the driver that's had the lead for a majority of the race, stole the lead before turn 1, started in P2. Held that lead ever since. Has since come into the pits, emerged in P4. He's only 5.5 seconds away from that DRS train between the top 3. Skull still leads the way. Martin in P2, Pantry Star in P3. It's not how racing works, but the best case for these three cars is not to race each other at this moment. Of course, the more they race each other, the closer Spikes gets. And then technically, you're an entire pit stop behind. Quick look at the poll that we put up earlier on just before the stream started. Who will win in Monza this weekend? Well, so far we have a tie. It's definitely not going to be Leclerc getting his third win at Monza because that's sitting on 0%. Oscar 14% for the championship leader. And then we have a tie at 43% between Lando Norris and Stroll will stun the world. Skull leads the way from Martin from Pantry. These three very much in a race of their own. But Spikes, man who's dominated this race circuit, has dominated, well, I wouldn't say the night. Qualifying was awfully close. But he had already decided he wanted to be the first driver into turn one. Got a fantastic start. SAFRL didn't make that mistake while fighting with Spikes. Those cars were separated by 3 seconds when that incident happened. I'm not quite sure what happened to the man who was formerly in P2, now in P10, and having a very different race from what he was expecting 20 minutes ago. There we go, we're back. Sorry, I had to quickly send an email. Why do I always get text when I'm in the comms box? Promise you tonight I won't be in the comms box and nobody's going to contact me. Skull still leads the way, Martin in P2, and then look at Spikes. Spikes has made the first of those overtakes. It was a trio, it was Skull, Martin and Virus. Virus has fallen adrift. Brother, I think I got that wrong. Did I get that wrong? I did. Pantry start. Nonetheless, Skull leads the way from Martin, both of those drivers on 18 lap old hard tyres. Only one other driver on 18 lap old hard tyres, that is Key Cracker in P10. See all of those drivers yet to pit. I think it was Wheeze that told me on Sunday these tyres can do approximately 30 laps, the hard tyre, so you can go very deep into the race. Don't know why you'd want to do 30 laps on the hard tyre, they feel terrible. This should be an easy one stop, if that's what you want. Very low tyre degradation. 20 laps on the hard. The Skull's still throwing it around like it's nothing. As for the second of Death Queen's drivers, down in P15, Andre coming under a lot of pressure. I'll tell you whether the fight is for P1 up at the front or whether the fight is for P15 at the rear of the field. All of these battles are just as intense. And they mean just as much. Had a retirement in Sector 1. Sector 1 lights up in yellow, but I think that incident will disappear. Looks like it has disappeared. Gunner into the pits. Gunner, that's a Ferrari. Skull into the pits. Gunner picks up a 3-second time penalty. That was the confusion. I was looking at one car and I was looking at the notes from another. We'll have a caution, or do we? It's actually just disappeared. Spikes leads the way, and look at the gap, 10 seconds. Now everybody's gone through that first pit window. You can start making sense of the timing sheet again. Jan telling Spikes, come on Spikes, turn on the fire. I think he's already turned on the fire. Look at that 10-second gap. Of course, when we get a race with no safety cars, that's when you can really see the pace in the field. Over the distance of a race, driver like Spike's 10-second gap. That's pure pace. Get a safety car every 10 laps, every 5 laps in some cases. The cars are never able to spread out. It's the one retirement in the race. Started with 17, down to 16. That was Levy just a few laps ago. So I think it was a lap ago. Did not trigger a safety car. Spike's 10.5 seconds. Virus best of the rest. Then Maori All Black. Maori's not the All Blacks B team. Pretty sure it is the All Blacks or something like that. Looking at Martin in P5. This is Pantry. Coming under heavy pressure from the Ferrari skull. He led this race not so long ago. Now he's on a brand new set of tyres down in P7. Those would have been aging hard. The car would have been slipping and sliding. And now the car's going to be feeling great. And he's hungry. He's hungry for an overtake, but he's not going to get one this time round. Has to stay patient. Stays behind the Williams for now. All about waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right gap. Just as Zandvoort. Try and make an overtake at the wrong part of the circuit. Find yourself unsuccessful. And that could be the end of your race. Absolute havoc. Haas versus Williams versus Ferrari. Weaving in, weaving out. Can't tell what's happening. Waiting for carbon fiber to go flying, but I really hope it doesn't. If you haven't voted in our poll, go be the tiebreaker. Who's going to win in Monza? Will it be Lando Norris or will Lance Stroll shock the world? Yes, believe it or not, that's your two most popular options. I feel bad for Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc, 8 victories to his name, 2 of them in Monza. Of course, his first ever visit to Monza in a Ferrari. He went on to win that race. Beat that Sebastian Vettel never got right in his time in Ferrari, never got that win in Monza. Did stand on the podium with Leclerc. It's not Leclerc's first victory, that was his second victory, and it looked like his career was getting off to a flyer. Got his first victory in Belgium after the summer break. A week later went on to get his second victory in front of the Tifosi. Then since then, it's another 6 victories. Doesn't sound right. Guys are moving the goalposts. Previously, right here on NFR, all the videos are in the NFR archive, so the evidence is there. Visor previously saying, I will shave my head if Harsh Cartoon finishes in the top 5. Of course, Harsh Cartoon has finished in the top 5 on more than one occasion. Now the goalposts have been moved. I will shave my head when he's in P1. When he is in P1 or when he finishes in P1? We need specifics. He could find himself in P1 after being the only car not to have made a pit stop. Can we count that? Or when he finishes in P1? We haven't even noticed it, but the track is lit up in yellow, and you know what that means. It's Visor's favorite. Well, well, well. Or something that started happening on this game after one of the many updates that came out is we stopped getting the safety car notification. If you look at the track, you can see it's lit up in yellow, and you can see the safety car sitting there in Sector 1 waiting to collect the cars. That's the yellow dot you see. But it says caution in Sector 3. It is not a caution in Sector 3. We are under full safety car condition. Welcome to Dixie Killer. Well, Dixie Killer would break the tie there in the votes, but it's still tie. At least somebody went and voted for Leclerc. That is a good idea. Everybody should just let Harsh Cartoon win the season opener in season 13. We'll just make that call, have everybody just pull into the pits on the final lap. And then we get Visor to shave his head live on NFR. That sounds like a plan. Harsh Cartoon, there's a message to you. If you're listening to the stream or if you watch the stream after the live broadcast, you better get practicing. We need a victory out of you in season 13. Get a victory out of you in season 13. Guys, it's going to shave his head live on NFR. We'll make it happen. Not sure how, but we'll make it happen. Of course, what I said earlier about the big gaps forming in a race with no safety cars, all of that goes out of the window. Everybody's going to form a queue behind the safety car. All the gaps are going to be neutralized, are going to be cancelled out. Just a few laps remaining. Clears the slate. Throws a whole bunch of unexpected pit stops into the equation. Sometimes can flip the entire timing sheets. Spikes leads the way from Virus, then the two Mercedes. Remember, every time there's a restart, there's a chance of a mistake. He's got a start done already. It was a perfect start. Started from P2. He was in P1 before he got to turn 1. I'd love it if that was the only start he needed to do in this race. As I saying, push, Virus, push. Glad those two aren't on the race circuit at the same time, because I'd be horribly confused. Visor and Virus. Took me long enough to get used to Skull and Smurf. Under safety car conditions, lap 28 of 36. Queue is mostly together. I think we've got a Haas, Gunner, and the Selber of Keycracker still at the rear of the field trying to catch this queue. I think the Haas has just caught the queue. Usually the safety car will go around for a maximum of 3 laps. If you're unable to catch that queue, it will leave you behind. It does allow 3 laps for you to catch up. I don't think he's going to catch up because there's your notification. Safety car will come in this lap. But he slows down to a snail's pace with the restart procedure. I tell you, P-Cracker won't be at a snail's pace. He's going to be pushing, trying to get as close to the skew as he can before they have their restart. Where is the Salva? I think you just see him pop into the top of the frame, so he just about catches the queue as we go around the final corner. Look at that, he made it just in time. You can see the green dot just joining the queue into the final corner. Spikes, fantastic restart. Leads into turn 1 as he did at the start of the race. Virus in P2 on a fresh set of softs. Not a long way to go. Remember, those softs haven't really worked very hard, have they? They've been under safety car conditions up until now. Think of them as virtually a new set. But even with the benefit of added grip for Virus, Spikes leads the way. For no more intermissions in this race. Just take it right to the end. He had such a massive, comfortable gap. Just needed to bring the car home. Sometimes the race events, they don't go according to plan. Spikes and Virus, 0.3 of a second. Spikes hasn't been able to clear away from the field as he did at the start of the race. Virus very much within his DRS. And of course he's got that advantage of the tyres. That advantage might go away a little bit by the time we get to lap 36. But for now, those softs are going to have a lot of bite in them. And Spikes is going to have his hands full. At every lap, Spikes is able to defend P1. It's going to be more and more difficult for Virus to get through because with each and every single lap that passes, those softs will be losing life. Of course, those hards are good enough to take to Monza next week. Spike still leads. Virus P2 looked like this race. Virus winning the race. Battle was going to be for who else takes the spots on the podium. But now we have a battle for the race victory. Safety car gave us a treat. 11.7 fastest lap of the race for Lam Royale. That was a driver who was very much in contention for this race not so long ago. Of course, the driver who started in pole position lost the lead into turn 1 and had an incident off screen, one that we did not see. That took him down all the way to P10, doing some good consistent driving since then, and with a little bit of help from the safety car now finds himself in P4, just away from the lead. We've had an issue. I haven't seen the issue until the comment section pointed it out. Skull at the rear of the field. Something's gone wrong. Skull is at the rear of the field. Not a fantastic day if your car is powered by Ferrari. Highest Ferrari is a Ferrari. That's J-Boy in P8. Gunner in the Haas P11. E-Crack at 12. Skull 14. Andre 15. And we've got a spin. It's a big spin. It's the biggest spin. Spikes, man who's led this race from turn 1, just briefly gave up that lead in a pit window. Really just wanted to bring this car home. That's what a safety car can do. Just the slightest break in concentration in what was a private practice session has now just turned into a whole lot of frustration. There is your Drivers' Championship. Spikes leads the way on 182 points. Could have probably cleared things tonight. Well, he's just made his life a little bit more difficult. Here we go. McLaren 205. Williams 193. Still a battle for the constructors. And obviously a quick look at the calendar. Just one to go. September 9th. Go to Monza. .33 of 36. About half a lap now, we won't be able to have any more safety cars. Call that the safe zone. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully that'll disappear from our screens. We have a McLaren in the pits. I think it spikes. He has DNF from this race. And there we go. That is frustration. Everything was going the way of the McLaren driver. Just like that. Said it earlier at the restart. Every single time there's a safety car restart, there's that element of risk. Break in concentration. Smallest break in concentration can be enough. And you know, I said we were in the safe zone. I said we were not yet in the safe zone. That is what I said. We were not yet in the safe zone. Well, boom. Safety car number 2. There's not too much you can do under this safety car. Had a safety car not so long ago. Most of those cars pit under that safety car and they're running around on very fresh tires. Looking at this stage will probably send you to the rear of the field. We've had a retirement under the safety car. Osman retires in the RB. And the wheels are coming off at the Dutch GP with a few laps to go. So long ago we had no penalties. Just the one retirement. No safety cars. Last few laps of the race, 2 safety cars. Down to 13 drivers. That's how quickly things can change. This will be a shorter safety car than the last time. Those drivers at the rear aren't able to catch up. The safety car will leave them behind, and there's your confirmation. Safety car will come in. They will go over the line, and that'll be the start of lap 35 of 36. After all that qualifying, after all that racing, it's going to come down to a 2-lap sprint. And if you find yourself in that top 5, there's a possibility of a victory. Keep your eyes open. If there is misfortune, jump at it. Make sure you're not part of that misfortune. We get our 3rd start of the race, 2nd restart of the race, and the final restart of the race. Virus leads the way, but the 2 Mercedes just behind him. Maori All Black, all of a sudden his eyes are going to light up. He's looking at victory. Martin's looking at possible victory. Look who's in the top 5. Luckily you changed your bet to P1. Harsh Cartoon in P4. Bandry Star P5. J-Boy P6. Gunner P7. Skull P8. Actually just gone down to P9. He'll be happy to get some points tonight. Not so long ago, looked like he was well outside the points, with no chance. Skull makes up a position on Gunner, moves up to P8 with a couple of extra points in the championship. Virus leads out front from the 2 Mercedes. Pressure on the leader. I was behind, waiting for any sort of mistake, any sort of error. Run wide, miss your braking, get a bad exit out of the corner, and I'm going to jump you. I'm going to steal your position. You're the one out front. You're the one everyone's watching. You're the one the stream is watching. Listening to the stream, you might want to mute it. Adding a little bit of weight to your shoulders. This is the driver from P2. This is the view from the driver in P2, rather. This is Maori All Black. Does have a car behind him. I don't know if he's too worried about the car behind him. That's his teammate. I don't know if you can say he's get too aggressive on the final lap. This is all about the Williams versus the Mercedes. For the time being, unless we get a spectacular pass, Virus may have done enough. Big caution in sector 2, but that will be cleared up quickly because we're going around the final corner. And Virus, a race that looked like it was going to go another way. Lam Royale took pole position, lost the lead into turn 1. Then we had Spikes leading the race, dominating the race. 2 safety cars at the end, mixed things up. And Virus takes the victory in the penultimate round of SAFRL Season 12. Looking at your quick stats, race winner, obviously Virus. Then the fastest lap of the day went to Andre, driver of the day, your favorite, Harsh Cartoon. And then the most overtakes and the cleanest driver of the day went to Wezo. The results for this evening, Virus, he started in P5, finished the race in P1. I think he'll be pretty much happy with that. Maori P2, Martin de Bruin P3, double podium for the Mercedes team. Then Pantry Star P4. Harsh Cartoon did make P5. Then Lam Royale, that was your pole sitter. He finishes in P6. Skull P7 made up a few positions, 2 positions from the start. J-Boy P8, Gunner P9, and Keycracker will take the final point. Andre P11 did get the fastest lap, but he won't get the extra point because he's not in the top 10. Wezo P12, then Top Gun 13. Osmond was a DNF. Spikes was a DNF, as was Warlock and Lebby. Well, there we go, folks. That's another race down. We have just one more to go. Will you look at that? We've been through Austria twice, Silverstone twice. We've had our mystery circuits. We've been to Hungary, Belgium, Canada, and we've done Zandvoort twice. Just one more to go. And of course, we get to do it twice. We're going to do SKR Monza. That'll be on Sunday at 6 o'clock. Then same time next week on Tuesday, we're going to be doing Monza one more time for SAFRL in the closing race of the season. Of course, as soon as we have more updates on Season 13, we will communicate that over this channel and on the NFR Discord server. I want to thank everybody who tuned in for the race tonight. We had quite a few viewers at a stage. If you enjoyed the stream, if you enjoy this sort of content, then please leave a like on the video. It's free. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope to see you all again on Sunday. Until then, thank you all, and cheers.
Athletes sweat. Sweat, baby. Sweat, sweat.
You've got a fire burning deep inside, a spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside. When the shadows call, when the nights grow Every fall you take is a promise you keep. The doubters will fade, their voices will break, 'cause your soul's on fire and it's yours to take. Run through the rain, chase the endless fight. Every dream you claim lights a spark in the night. The horizon's calling, it's yours to claim. A warrior's heart with a fearless flame. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. Stand tall when the thunder roars, break the locks, kick down the doors. Every step is a battle won, your story's just begun. Oh, let it soar, forevermore, forevermore. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. So keep on climbing, don't ever slow. The stars are waiting where the brave ones go. You'll rise to the sky. Yeah, you'll rise to the sky. A legend in the making till the end of time.
Seconds, it's a joke. A joke. Think you have to leave a space. All the time you have to leave a space. GP2, engines. GP2. Yeah.
You've got a fire burning deep inside, a spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. The ground may shake, but your roots run deep. Every fall you take is a promise you keep. The doubters will fade, their voices will break, 'cause your soul's on fire and it's yours to take. Run through the rain, chase the endless fight. Every dream you claim lights a spark in the night. The horizon's calling, it's yours to claim. Are you crying? Fearless flame. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. Are you crying? Thunder roars, break the locks, kick down the doors. Every step is a battle won, your story's just begun. Oh, let it soar, forevermore, forevermore. legend in the making till the end of time.